Alright, here we go. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's been a minute. And this has been a very, very long time coming. Usually I do my channel update videos at the start of the year, but I didn't really have a lot of time to do it. I've been pretty busy actually with a lot of different things. I've been trying to get other stuff going and just sorting out a bunch of. Oops, I hit my audio wheel. There we go. I need a new headset. This one drives me crazy with that. But I've just been really busy, to say the least. But, yeah, it's been a long time coming, guys. So we're gonna be going over the channel update, of course, as this video is. There'll be a lot to unpack. So I'm gonna try and make it as easy to follow as possible. I know there's been a few questions about the channel and a few concerns about it going forward and stuff like that. So the first thing we're going to address is the upload schedule. That is going to stay the same. The every other day upload with occasional shorts in between, that is going to stay the same because it just works better for me. It's less, it's less strenuous on my mental health because last year, for anyone who wasn't around on my channel, it was very hard trying to keep a daily upload. In 2023, no, it was 2024. Was it? I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. I can't remember my full schedule, but there was a point where I remember now. Sorry, I've been really tired. I've had a lot of stuff going on lately. So in 2023, I did daily uploads with 2 videos a day, 3 shorts a day, and it was just really, really stressful to say the least. The year following, I did every other day uploads, and that became kind of my preferred way to upload because then it wasn't as stressful for me. And I'm also just a lot happier doing every other day. So the schedule, first and foremost, will continue to be every other day with occasional shorts as I can make them in between. Secondly, I know for the last couple of years, for those of you who've been around for a while, I've been bouncing around the idea of a audio series on the channel, and I really, really have been trying to figure out the best way to do that. But there's just never like a good way to do it sometimes. So finally, I decided I'm going to be doing a solo play RP that's going to be coming to both Twitch and YouTube. And it is going to be really fun because it will allow both the YouTube and Twitch communities I've built to help direct the story. It's going to be an apocalyptic story set in the zombie apocalypse because we like cliches around here. But the Twitch chat will be allowed to help spawn events and stuff like that, help tell the story. The YouTube community, because this will be uploaded as a VOD, will be allowed to give recommendations for events, for characters, and whatever you guys can really think of that'll be added to the pool of random events. And for anyone who's played a TTRPG, who's familiar with solo play, you know how this roughly works. For anyone who is not familiar with solo play, it's basically, it's kind of like playing a single player role-playing game like you'd play for, say, Skyrim. It's like that. You kind of get to make up the story as you go. With solo play TTRPGs, you have a chart of events that you choose from, or not you choose from, you roll dice based on the bracket, and you kind of narrate and play for the event based on the bracket you're rolling in and what your die lands on for that bracket. So I think it's going to be very fun, but it doesn't stop there. I do plan to turn this solo play RP down the line into a dramatized novelia / audio series for both my Wattpad platform and for YouTube. I think this would be a really fun way to expand my creative writing, since for anyone who's new to the channel who doesn't know, I'm a writer. I've been writing for well over a decade now. I don't have much published. I start a project, then I get distracted because it's like, oh, this is a new idea. Oh, that's a new idea. And it's just very distracting. But I love writing. I've been doing it for a very long time. And I think this would be a good way to expand on other things with my writing and probably some voice acting. I think voice acting would be kind of fun. So yeah, so the upload schedule is going to stay the same. There's going to be new content coming that will hopefully bring the two communities together between Twitch and YouTube. I know some people aren't big fans of Twitch for whatever reason. I know people are not fans of YouTube for several reasons. I have no issues with them, and I actually gotten more trouble with YouTube recently. So I want to diversify, bring the communities together, and hopefully bridge the gap between the awesome communities I've been building over on Twitch and the amazing community I have here on YouTube with you guys. Because at the end of the day, we're all here for the same thing, to enjoy the nerdy worlds we all enjoy, to share our experiences with the games, and to support our communities, and to support each other. And that's what I want to try and use this game and story to bridge the gap between the two. Because we're all here for the same thing, to spread positivity, have a place to have fun, and just hang out with each other. So I'm hoping this will help bring my two communities together. Now, this is the big one, guys. I mentioned before that there's changes coming in my personal life that will affect the channel going forward. I do want to stay really clearly right now that these changes are not coming anytime soon. They're going to be several months process to bring into effect. But I want to be open with you guys and let you guys know that down the line there's going to be major changes coming that I'm going to try and minimize affecting the communities, but they will have an effect all the same. So, for anyone who has been around, who is new to the channel, just to give you guys some background, I come from a very large military family of Royal Canadian Army, 8 generations, and for the longest time joining the Army was something I wanted to do. And for anyone who's not new to the channel, that's not a surprise to you guys have heard this before. And for the longest time, I wanted to join as a medical technician, which is what we call combat medics in Canada. And it was always a dream of mine. And it was a dream for a very long time. But after I went through a really bad breakup, that dream kind of turned into not so feasible because my mental health ready to take a dive, and my intentions with joining the military kind of turned very sour. And I won't go into full detail about that because there are other factors that play into the decisions I was making after my breakup regarding the military. Just to get some context to it, for anyone who's seen the banner on my YouTube channel, you'll see it's a Ukrainian flag. The Slava Ukrainia on there, which means glory to Ukraine. I am a Ukrainian supporter, and that has been the only politics we've ever openly had on this channel. I am very much the kind of person who keeps politics out of it, but Ukraine is a no-brainer to support. So, after my breakup, well, actually, I guess, okay, a little bit of a backstory. I'm not going to go into full detail, but it's just a little bit of a backstory. When the invasion of Ukraine started, I put a lot of genuine thought into joining the International Legion, which is a complement of foreign fighters fighting in Ukraine. And I put so much genuine thought into joining them. I talked about it with my family, I talked about it with my friends, and I talked about it with my ex, who was still my girlfriend at the time. And ultimately, my girlfriend was the biggest reason I didn't join. Again, I'm not going to go into that full story, but yeah, she was the only reason I didn't join. And after our breakup, like a lot of people, I was left very much in a state of, I have no one, I lost everything I wanted, so what's the point? And the biggest reason we broke up was because, plain and simply, she cheated on me. She claimed it happened on a whim. On a whim being precise words she used to justify what she did. So after she cheated on me and we broke up and just various other things, I put thought into joining again because I felt like, what's the point? The only person who I didn't want to leave isn't here anymore, and she left me feeling like absolutely nothing. She threw away everything we wanted. She threw away all the plans we'd made together. And this one person who I wanted to build everything with tore it all down in one day. So, like many people, I started to think very irrationally. I started to make very stupid decisions. And I felt like that I was out of options. So, after several weeks of arguing with my friends and stuff like that, eventually I decided that, you know what, the military is not a great choice for me right now. My mental health just doesn't allow it. I need to find a different career. Again, this is a very simplified story of what happened. There's so much more to it than what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm trying to compress this story and this channel update. So bear with me. If it sounds stupid to some people, I get it. But at the same time, like I said, this is a very compressed story. This is gonna be like a 15-minute video for the update. So, apologies, and just bear with me. So, aside from my breakup putting my mental health in a very bad place, joining the military I had to reconsider because the cost of living nowadays is kind of crazy and rent's not much better. The average cost, or not cost, salary for a regular force soldier, which is an enlisted member, is $3,000 to $5,000 a month before taxes based on rank and career. So that's not a great amount of money to make. So, and unfortunately, as much as I love my country and my family has a huge military service record, patriotism doesn't pay the bills these days, and that's something that I really hate having to play a factor in with the decision. So I made the choice to look at a more suitable career, and I have kind of made a decision. It's not the one I wanted, but it still allows me to serve my home. I'll be finishing my studies, so I can apply for the provincial sheriff's service in my hometown. Sheriffs in Canada, basically being court officers. They're not like sheriffs in America. They work strictly for the judicial branch of the government. They provide security for the courthouses, prisoner transport, arrest warrant, executions, document handouts, and stuff like that. So I'll be finishing my studies, applying for them, and I'll be doing my 2-year term with them in my hometown as per the terms of service for being a sheriff. And once I am done the 2 years and excuse me, I apologize. Once I'm done my 2 years with them, and I have enough money saved up to make a moving transition easier, I will be submitting an application to the Vancouver Police Department in southern British Columbia. It's so much more stable income, it's financially stable career, and it allows me to still serve my home more locally in British Columbia. It wasn't easy making this decision because, as I've said, this is a very simplified story. There's countless factors I had to take into account when making this decision, and this is honestly the best decision I could make. Now, the question I'm sure many of you will be wondering, how is this going to affect the channel going forward? Plain and simply, I'll continue to do content, etc., what I do now, while I'm studying, since the full process will take a considerable amount of time. It's going to take several weeks or months of studying to get my GED, and then there's all the other things I have to do to be able to apply for the sheriff's with my driver's license and stuff like that. So it's going to take a long time. Oh my god, I keep hitting the fucking volume wheel on my headset. But it's going to take a considerable amount of time. So I'm not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, and even once like training and all that begins down the line, probably not for like a year or so, because there's a lot of stuff I have to do, I'm going to try and make sure I have videos prepared for that eventuality, to hopefully not impact the channel too negatively. But the reality is, I make zero money on my platforms, and whether people like it or not, and I know there's some people who worry that my principles on the channel will change. Content costs money, like everything else in life costs money. In the 5 years I've been doing YouTube, I have invested thousands of dollars into my channels and platform between games, DLCs to enhance the games, my new laptop. Well, I need a laptop anyway, but my laptop is what I'm recording this on. It helps me make all the better quality videos you guys get to enjoy. And my PlayStation is going to upgrade it anytime soon. I have a PS5, and that was fairly expensive. Between my PS5 and my laptop alone, that is almost $2,000. I have an Asus VivoBook station, like workstation laptop. This was $1,500 on sale. And my PS5 was about $700. That's $2,000 just on tech to continue to support what I do. Not to mention the hundreds I spend on games and memberships, and the hundreds I have to spend to upgrade my equipment to continue what I do, because my headset I'm using right now is dying. Like, it is acting up. My mouse is dying. And I'm not trying to sound like someone who's being like, this is all about the money. It's not. I love what I do. I love the communities I'm a part of. And I love seeing this community I have built over the last 5 years come together, that we have all built come together over the last 5 years. But at the end of the day, I cannot keep spending what little money I make with my job IRL and not seeing any return. Twitch, I've been on Twitch properly doing almost daily streams for only 4 months, and I'm almost close to being monetized on there. I just need more consistent viewer base. While on YouTube, I've been here for 5 years. Officially 5 years. I can't even believe that. I got the notification from YouTube saying, congratulations on 5 years on the platform. It was absolutely insane. And I am nowhere close to being monetized. This channel has always been, and always will be, my passion project to spread positivity and be a little bit of light in some people's days, because this is an increasingly dark world. There's so much uncertainty, and I always want this place to be somewhere people can come and feel safe, and feel they can escape from it all for a while, and that's always going to be my #1 priority. But at the end of the day, I have to look at the fact that if I want to keep doing what I do, I gotta be able to afford to do it. And that's the reality of the world. Whether we like it or not, everything costs money, and we have to be able to afford what we do. And I don't want to give this up. I don't want to give up these communities. I don't want to give up the friends I've made and the people I've met. And I don't want to give up being that light for you guys. I don't. So that's why I have to look at the reality of I have to be able to afford what I do. It's a case of do what you hate to... How's the saying go again? Do what you hate to pay for your dreams? Or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember the saying. It's a really old saying. But I hope you guys get what I mean. I know that this new career path is going to be an extremely hard one to go down. It's not going to be easy. But I know in the long run, it's going to be good for me. It's going to be good for what I do. It's going to give me more stability. And let me expand even further on what I do. Because I love what I do here. Even if I don't make money, I've been doing it for 5 years. I've been flat-ass broke the whole time on YouTube. And I absolutely love it. This is going to be good for me, guys. I know it's going to be. It's going to be good for me. It's going to be good for the platforms. And I'm wholeheartedly grateful for the people who've supported this community, who've been a part of this community, who've supported me through thick and thin when I went through some really hard shit. I don't share a lot of my life on YouTube. Or online in general, because at the end of the day, it's no one's fucking business what goes on in my life. Like, that's just plain and simple. People have this misconception that content creators have to share every single fucking aspect of their life. when we don't. We really have no obligation to share any of that shit with you guys. It's a privilege. Because we all have lives we live, you know? We all have private lives. We all have shit that goes on in our lives, and we don't want to talk about it all the time. A lot of the times that content creators start content is to get away from their life, sometimes. But even with the little bit I have shared with you guys on some of the harder moments I've gone through, this community has really just given me a place where I can escape it. And the friends I've made in other communities, they've done the same, and I could not be more grateful for them and what they have done to support me. So, as much as this is a very hard path to go down and a very hard decision to make, I know in the long run this is going to be good for me, good for the community, and just something I really need to do. And I want you guys to know, I am wholeheartedly grateful for each and every one of you. I've said it before many times over the years, so I'm going to say it again. You guys are more than a spreadsheet. You're more than numbers to me. Each and every one of you is an individual person who has amazing potential. Even if you don't see it in yourselves, you have potential to do great things. Even if you do not see it, you can do great things. And I wholeheartedly believe that every single one of you can do something amazing. Even if you do not think so. So, yeah, this has been about 20 minutes of rambling Woofy. For anyone who's new and this is your first channel update, I apologize. You'll get used to it if you stay around long enough. For all the OGs out there who've listened to my ramblings year after year, thank you so much. And thank you to the new people, too. To be fair, the OGs are used to it. I ramble like a motherfucker. Even if I have a script of things I want to talk about, I go off script and I talk about whatever the fuck I want. Because it just feels more natural talking to you guys this way. I just write down talking points so I remember what I'm talking about. Other than that, I don't fucking prepare nothing. But yeah, so to recap, the schedule's gonna stay the same every other day. I'm gonna be doing this. Ow! Smacked my headset. A TTRPG solo play story to try and bring the two communities together, continuing my studies, and entering law enforcement. It's gonna be a long one, guys. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I know I can do it. And you know what, guys? You're never too old to start over. Never let anyone tell you that you have to be quote-unquote successful by a certain age. I've had to change so much of my plans over the years to the point it felt terrible, but there is a Chinese proverb that I absolutely love. And I had to try and remember off the top of my head because I literally just wrote it on a quote video, or for a quote at the start of one of my videos, and I cannot remember it off the top of my head. Fuck, how did it go? Oh, I remember. It's not about how fast you go, it's about standing still. And it basically means, it doesn't matter if you get to where you're going super fast, or if you take one step a week to get closer to where you're going. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you're going, as long as you don't stand still. You don't stop, you keep going. And that's something I hardly believe in. There's a number of quotes, guys, that I hold very dear to my heart now, because they're true. And another one that I'll share with you guys before I end this video if I ramble too much, but I want you guys to take these quotes to heart. I want you guys to know that you can do something, no matter how old you are. There's always time to do something, no matter what. This quote is actually one of my favorite, and it's from a Japanese swordsman and philosopher, Miyamoto Musashi. I absolutely love his quotes. I love his philosophy. It's absolutely amazing. And the quote is, "You must understand that there is no one path to the top of the mountain." Which basically means, in my interpretation and how it sounds like to me, of it doesn't matter what road you go down to get to your destination, as long as you keep going towards it. There's no one road, there's no one path to get to where you're going in life. You just have to keep going. And I've taken that more to heart. And that's why I've been putting a lot of thought into these plans. And I encourage anyone who's going through a hard time, who feel like that maybe you're not accomplishing enough, to do this. To do what you want to do. Take a chance. And just keep going. So, yeah, that's the update, guys. New career, new path, and we'll see what happens whenever I get to the top of the mountain. So, thank you guys so much for watching this update, for being here, a part of this community. Know that you're always loved and appreciated by someone, and you guys are worth more than maybe you think you are. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, be safe, drink your water. Not enough people are drinking their water these days. I've had about a dozen people I know not drink their water. So please drink your water, okay? Stay hydrated. Don't go like a piece of jerky. Alright, bye.